What's up, YouTube? This is Gerard with Kingdom Image Fitness, and it is time for another episode of Kingdom Cooking. My wife and I, we celebrated our 10-year anniversary last Thursday, so this is kind of an anniversary dinner for us, and I want to share it with you all. What we're going to have tonight is stuffed pork tenderloin, along with some herb potatoes on the side. Okay, so first for the pork tenderloin. What I have here is about 3 pounds of pork tenderloin, and I butterflied it myself. Now, if you don't feel comfortable butterflying it, you can ask your butcher to do it, and they will gladly do it for you, so you won't have to worry about it. But I went ahead and butterflied it. I left a little bit of the fat on the back side. I trimmed most of it, but I left just a little bit because pork tenderloin is a lean cut of meat, and you want that fat to kind of season as well as keep the meat from getting too dry while it's cooking. So I've butterflied it out, and if you're going to butterfly it yourself, what I recommend you doing, once you butterfly it, take a piece of saran wrap and lay it over the top, and use a meat mallet just to get it to an even, uniform thickness. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you see mine isn't. I'm not Martha Stewart, but I am a close second. Okay, so now we're going to get to what we're going to stuff it with. Now, feel free to stuff it with whatever you choose to, but this is what I'm using for this recipe today. Here I have 2 cups of chopped spinach, along with 5 ounces of chopped artichoke hearts, along with a little bit of basil and 1 cup of reduced fat ricotta cheese. Okay, so what I've done is I've put everything in the bowl and just stirred it up nicely like this. Make sure to stir it well so all the ingredients are mixed together nicely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the center of the pork loin. Just like this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to smooth it out just a little bit, not all the way to the edges on the end, but I am going to the edges on this side. Make sure to get everything out, putting everything in here and kind of making it even. Now, this is one of those dishes, it doesn't have to be the prettiest in the world, it's all about how it tastes, and all of these ingredients together added to the pork loin are going to be awesome. Alright, so now I'm going to take some kitchen twine. I've already pre-cut it just to make it a little easier for me and to speed the process up a little bit because my wife and I are both hungry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this pork loin and I am just going to roll it, and then I'm going to tie it off, and I will show you what the finished product looks like. Alright, so we are back. What I've done, I've taken the kitchen twine and I've tied off the pork tenderloin after I rolled it. And I recommend that, depending on the size of the tenderloin, you use at least 5 pieces of kitchen twine to tie it off. That's what I use. That's just my recommendation. And I brushed it lightly with olive oil, and I applied some of my ubi seasoning to it, but here you can simply just use salt and pepper, and that will be fine. And I'm going to place it in a preheated 400-degree oven for about 35 minutes. I'm going to check it in about 30 to see where it's at until it's at an internal temperature of 160 degrees. And while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get the red potatoes started. Alright, YouTube, so I am back. The pork tenderloin has the house smelling very nice right now. It's cooking perfectly. I have my red potatoes. What I've done, I've cut them into eighths. You can cut them small if you want to, or larger. I just cut them this size because they'll cook a little bit quicker. Now I have my boiling water here, and I've salted it lightly, and I'm going to add my potatoes and cook them for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're tender, but not too tender. I still want them to stay whole because we're not making mashed potatoes. I am actually going to make something to go on top of the potatoes, and I will show you that when we come back. Everything is complete. The pork tenderloin is finished. It is out. It's smelling delicious. I wish you could smell it, but when you cook it for yourself, you'll be able to smell it as well. I have 2 quick tips for this pork tenderloin. The first thing, when you bring it out of the oven, make sure to take the kitchen twine off of it while it's hot. If you allow it to sit, when you take it off, then you're going to remove the fat and everything else that's on it. And especially if you're presenting this for somebody else, if you're having company like we are tonight, you're not going to want to do that. And the second thing is, you see how it looks on the ends. The ends don't look as pretty as the finished product will. So if you have company, what I recommend you do is you trim these ends off, and that's your plate. You put that on your plate, and everything else, which you will see in a minute, along with the herb potatoes, is going to look wonderful. So here is our anniversary dinner. We have stuffed pork tenderloin along with herb red potatoes. And simply what I did for the potatoes, after I finished boiling them, I mixed a little bit of margarine along with a little bit of parsley, rosemary, and just a little bit of lemon rind to just give the potatoes a nice flavor. And I think if you try this, you will really enjoy it. And we're going to have this along with a nice side salad just to complement the dish. I hope that you all really enjoy this, because I know that we will. This is one of my favorite recipes that I'm sharing with you all. So we're about to sit down as a family and enjoy our meal. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to all of my loyal subscribers, thank you all for sticking with me for so long as I attempt to help others on their weight loss journeys. You all have a blessed and wonderful evening. This has been Gerard with Kingdom Image Fitness, and I will see you on the next video.